Okay, let's talk about it. Cheers. Good morning. Let's talk about what happened last night. I went to go see a movie, Moana 2. Okay, if you're a witness watching this, I wonder, would you go watch it? Because after I had been raised in the organization, I had gone back and forth, and then I had this really long, over probably 10 years of not going to any meetings or anything, and then going back in 2016 as a 40-year-old woman. And so I had to look up, when did the first Moana come out, and I looked it up this morning. It said November 2016. So I remember watching this Moana movie. So I've been away for a long time, okay, but I I came back in the summertime. So let's say by the time that I watched that movie in November, I was like 6 months to being indoctrinated again. And I remember sitting there in that movie and being like so freaked out. I was so worried. I was thinking like, man, I hope nobody knows that I'm here watching this movie. This is super bad. I was thinking, man, this is like so much spiritism. This is so demonic. Like, wow, I almost thought to even leave the theater. Oh my gosh. And then last night I was watching this movie and I'm like, part two, Moana 2, and I was thinking, man, there's so many good messages in this movie, because there was one character that came in. She was a new character, and she was talking about how, you have to get lost to find yourself. And she was talking a lot about, I mean, I'm not sure what other people, how they interpreted it, but for me, it was a lot about self-discovery, just finding yourself, personal development. That's what I got out of it. And so I was thinking, man, if I was a witness right now watching this movie, you know what I would have got out of it? Nothing. Because I would have been so freaked out, because there is a lot of like magic, and her grandma comes back like she's a spirit guide, and her grandma gives her guidance, and then there's just like there's a lot of magic, like in all the Disney movies, right? But I just thought that was so funny. I'm like, wow, if I was a witness right now, I'd be so freaked out of my mind. Like I was in 2016 watching Moana 1, being all crazy scared. It's so, oh my gosh. Were you allowed to watch Disney movies? Yeah. Were you? I would love to hear from you. And if you're a witness, are you allowed to watch Disney movies? Because they all have magic in them, which I think now, being on the outside, is totally freaking magical. I love it. I love magic. I think it's, we never got that chance to really be a child and really have a big imagination and like, oh wow, what could happen? Look at all of these possibilities. What if that would, I think we never really had a chance to dream and to imagine things. And it's so sad. Like as a child, we were just such little adults. Yeah, little adults in our little suits and dresses and our little book bags and Bibles, and taking notes, and not talking in the meeting, and sitting still and sitting with the grown-ups. And man, what movies did you watch growing up that you really loved? I'm 49 years old, and so I remember a few of them that I remember that was kind of like, ooh, it's a little bit risque. Like it was almost like, oh, we might get in trouble for this. But Home Alone, did you all watch Home Alone? Because I mean, it is kind of a Christmas movie, right? People refer to it as a Christmas movie. But I remember watching that. The other thing that I remember my mom letting us watch was The Simpsons. And I thought the humor is a little bit probably crass for Jehovah's Witnesses. So that always surprised me that she would let us watch The Simpsons. And do you remember In Living Color? My mom really loved comedy, and so we would watch those kind of shows. But at the same time, I was thinking like, ooh, this is kind of bad. There's and then all of those Disney movies. I mean, okay, if somebody is watching this and you're not a witness, this might kind of surprise you, right? Like, how is it that a grown people, grown adults, freaking out over watching a Disney movie? And to witnesses, what that means is if you're not acceptable to Jehovah, which they consider that that is God, so it's, you know, Jehovah and then Jesus. They believe, you know, that they're two separate things. There's Jehovah and then Jesus is God's son. But can you imagine thinking that you're sinning against the Most High because you're watching a Disney movie? I don't know. To me, it's like, it's just so crazy. Looking back, it's so crazy. It's so crazy because they miss the whole message of things. And that's what I saw. I'm like, wow, there's so much goodness to this story, you know? Even though the reviews, I guess, online are pretty, they're not that, people aren't impressed by the movie, but I thought it was good. And that's probably because I don't watch very many movies. I don't even really watch TV at all. I love YouTube. YouTube's my thing, obviously. So, yeah. What do you all think about that? Ooh, I can't wait to see the comments that you put below for me because, yeah, I was raised up on Channel 9. Like, we had Channel 9 is a public access television, and so all we had, even until I was in high school, all we had was a black and white TV with those rabbit ears. And then it would like click, 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 click. Like that was our TV. We lived out in the woods. We are super poor. Like that's all we had. So I wasn't really too much into watching TV, but I was really into reading books. And we did have some witness friends that the dad he really liked to watch movies. And so we'd go over there and watch movies. But yeah, do you remember even hearing of people not watching Star Trek? It's so crazy. And I think the different areas wherever you're at in the world, it dictated what you were able to watch or not, or maybe by the elders that were in the congregation. But I want to start, this is going to be the first, this video will be a first of a series on a playlist that I'm going to make. And it's going to be called My Favorite Moments Since Leaving the Jehovah's Witnesses. And really last night was one of my favorite moments. It was very cool because I'm thinking, this is magical. Like kids need this. They need to have an imagination. And after that, I went to go look at the Christmas lights in town, and that was so cool too. I'm like, they're so beautiful. And then we were always just taught like, oh, don't look at them. It's satanic. It's evil. Oh, isn't that horrible? You know, when you'd hear Christmas music or see the lights, like, oh, that is just disgusting. Oh, Jehovah hates that. And it's like, man, what a dark winter that we used to have. Do you remember how dark the winters used to be? There's not much going on, you know? Oh man, what a miserable freaking life it was. Like, where's the joy? The joy was like potlucks. If you watch Dodash's channel, you know how she's always talking about getting sick at potlucks. It's so funny. But it's true. It's like that was our joy, you know. Going to the Grange, gonna have a square dance. We're gonna have a potluck. We're gonna see our brothers and sisters. Oh my gosh. What a weird time that was. What a weird childhood. Being a little grown up. You're gonna be little grown ups, like no imagination. Anyway. Now I'm sort of rambling on, but I just wanted to hear what you think about this. What do you think about Disney movies? What do you think about movies in general? How is it for you being raised? Did they let you watch whatever? I mean, oh my gosh. I remember my mom, she would not let us go see E.T. when it came out. We weren't allowed to watch that. We weren't allowed to watch the Gremlins. We snuck and we saw the Goonies. I think we had to be kind of sneaky about that one. But yeah, it's so bizarre looking back. As if we have no control over our minds. We have no control, so we need somebody to tell us what to do. The governing body, Jehovah's Witnesses, they need to tell us because we do not know how to process this. So silly. Because what we get out of it is, what I got out of it is so different. Anyway. Yeah. All right. Well, have a wonderful Sunday today. And thank you for all of your love and support. I appreciate you so much. Thanks for being here. And I'm looking forward to doing more videos, I don't know, every now and then, and adding them to this playlist, and about my favorite moments since leaving. Oh, and okay, this past week has been a little different. If you've been following along, you know, but I have forgotten to tell everybody, and I've been doing a 12 days of giveaways, and so in the 12 days of giveaways, I'm just picking one winner to enter the. I'm picking one winner per day. So I'll put somebody in the comments today, somebody that has signed up to receive my newsletter. And so I'll put the link in the description below, and you'll see that you can go there and sign up for my newsletter. But I'm just picking one person per day, and I'm sending you a Christmas card and $10. That's all I got. That's all I got. So that's what we're gonna do this year. Wouldn't it be so fun if like next year it was like bigger, you know? Ooh. But for this year, I really wanted to do it, but I thought, well, that's all I really got right now. Yes. So, yeah, just I'll put the link to sign up for my newsletter. Be a subscriber if you'd like. You don't have to. Also, I guess that's it. That's it. I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Have a wonderful day. Relax and have a beautiful Sunday. They're my favorite days. Oh my gosh. No meeting, no service. I don't have to get dressed up. I don't have to do anything. I'm just like makeup free, and just I'm just gonna enjoy this beautiful day. All right. Bye everyone.